Well, first, I can't mention my dad without talking about his personality, because he was very special in that every single person he met was instantly taken by him and touched by him.
He was just a good man. He was very kind and very loving and very gentle, and he could do anything. He really could, and that he would give up anything that he had for somebody else.
Mr. Webb always had this open door policy to have people to come in to visit him and to talk to him, and it was always exciting to see. It didn't matter what your job was or what you did. He wanted to bring people in and help them, and he was like that with my kids. I saw him do that with strangers and lifelong employees. Even after he had retired, it was employees wanting to come in and just glean wisdom from him.
He was humble, and he really believed that it was more special to give than to receive, and that's the way he lived his life. So I was really lucky to be part of that legacy.
He believed strongly in the fact that if you had a lot, you were expected to give a lot. So he sort of supported that part of his life by giving.
Once a year, he would have me go get a bunch of cash, and he would put cash in envelopes, and he liked to pass those out to employees at church, and he didn't want anyone to know where it came from. It was just like a surprise gift that they could all go away with. And we'd go to lunch, and he would just see someone sitting at a table, and he would just buy their lunch, and he didn't want them to know that it came from him. And so his charitable giving was always something that he did from his heart.
So one day, we're driving around. We see a guy and a woman standing in the street asking for money. He just took his wallet and gave some $100 for them. So that couple said to him that, "You are my angel."
I think he's an example to so many of what we should all be doing. And he wants to give back. It's what he's always done. And I think that we could all learn a lot from who he was and his philosophy on giving. And if there were a lot more people just like him, the world would be a better place.
Mrs. Webb first came to Alzheimer's Orange County wanting to get involved to find a way that she could give back to the Orange County community, and particularly Alzheimer's, because her husband was affected by the disease.
It was hard just knowing the person that he was, as far as being such a big giver and people wanting to come to him with advice, for the business world, and then the disease taking a lot of that away from him. It changed him.
Daddy was a big man, and he, I think, had to be big to carry the size of his heart. Dad was a giver. He felt definitely that it was more about other people than about himself. And I try to always instill that in my kids, but especially now to pass it forward to the grandchildren, to keep that legacy of my dad alive to the next generation.
Lew Webb, what a spectacular history in Orange County. Spirit of philanthropy, giving back, and of course family. His lovely wife Margie is evidence of that, as are his children. We're just so grateful that they're here to support us, and hopefully we were able, in some small way, to support them.
Firstly, I would just like to thank Alzheimer's Orange County for honoring my father. It means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to the rest of my family and my mother, so thank you very much for that. I know it would mean a lot to my father. And thank you for all of you who are here tonight and honoring my father. It is very, very special and means a lot to all of us to see all of you here and remembering my father and what a great man he was. So thank you.